Greetings, and welcome back, my dear friends. Let me begin with a straightforward, sincere inquiry. Have you noticed that it now feels like a little adventure to get out of a chair? Or that breathing becomes more difficult while you're holding supermarket bags? If it sounds familiar to you, I want you to know that fatigue and the sense that I need help for simple things are genuine pains. Your body is subtly altering in a way that no one forewarned you about, not because you are a weak person. And now for the unexpected part. Regaining strength after 60 is frequently not a difficult medical process. You might begin with something you already do each morning, your coffee. I'm going to teach you today how to use that cozy, familiar cup as a daily muscle protection. It's a straightforward exercise that will help you maintain your independence longer, build strength, and lessen fragility. Before we get started, the majority of viewers are not yet subscribers. To help us continue providing you with free, useful health advice, think about becoming a member of our family. And let me know in the comments the nation or city you are viewing from. Let me now address you as a friend and mentor, someone who sees you, hears you, and wants you to continue living life to the fullest. Sarcopenia, the silent thief, after 60. After the age of 60, a concealed thief frequently enters our lives. Age-related muscle loss is known in medicine as sarcopenia. The experience is straightforward and terrible despite the name's complexity. Once effortless to get out of, the chair now requires effort. Once light in one hand, the grocery bags now feel hefty in two. Stairs begin to appear difficult. You start to plan for taking a quick stroll. You can't simply accept this as normal aging. It is a slow, avoidable loss of strength and muscular mass. According to studies, muscle mass typically decreases by 1% to 2% annually after the age of 50, and this loss may accelerate in later life. More significantly, muscular size tends to decrease more slowly than strength. PMC +2, Harvard Health +2, and I want you to understand this. Being a bodybuilder is not the goal here. Functional strength is at issue here, the power to crack open a tight jar, the fortitude to securely carry your grandchild, the fortitude to confidently stand the fortitude to move without worrying about falling. That is the hallmark of healthy aging, because the capacity to engage in life is linked to later life enjoyment, and strength is the first step toward involvement. What's actually taking place in your body? Allow me to simplify the metabolic process. Consider your body as a stunning building location. Your building team works more quickly than your demolition team while you're younger. Building muscle is easier than breaking it down. However, that balance shifts beyond 60. The sound of the demolition crew increases. The construction crew slows down. Therefore, even with a regular diet, you lose more than you gain. For this reason, a lot of senior citizens feel as though they are pouring into a bucket with holes. The good news is as follows. The holes can be filled. We can also provide the construction team with improved tools once more. Work with your body rather than against it. The reason. Coffee is the ideal delivery system. You may be asking yourself, why coffee? Because it is quite useful. You already have the habit. I'm not requesting that you memorize a new intricate schedule. Every morning, you're already there, holding that hot cup. It's liquid and warm. This means that nutrients are efficiently absorbed and may be carried effortlessly. It's a psychological issue. Your ritual of comfort is coffee. You're much more likely to stick with something you already appreciate when we tie health support to it. Therefore, we won't alter your routine. It is being upgraded. We transform your morning's most potent building moment into your coffee. The coffee strength team. No single magic component. To be extremely clear, muscle loss cannot be reversed by a single miracle substance. Synergy is the key to healthy aging, a clever mix that complements one another. Consider it similar to an orchestra. A violin by itself is beautiful, but without the other instruments, it is unable to perform a complete symphony. An all-star crew that backs three things is what we're adding to the coffee: muscle energy, unprocessed construction materials, a powerful start building signal, defense against excessive breakdown. Let's get to know the group. 1. Creatine, the energy manager. Creatine is the initial hero. Isn't that for young gym guys? Is probably what you're thinking. The truth is as follows. For elderly folks, creatine might be even more beneficial. The molecule creatine is not unusual. Your body employs this natural substance as a kind of fast charge battery for muscle cells. Your muscles require energy when you choose to get up, lift something, or climb stairs. To maintain the strength of muscle contractions, creatine aids in the recycling of the energy molecule ATP. Natural creatine stockpiles frequently decrease with age, in part due to biology and in part because many elderly persons eat less meat. Research and meta-analyses demonstrate that creatine can increase lean mass and strength in older persons, particularly when combined with resistance training. PMC plus 2, Science Direct plus 2. Thus, creatine serves as your morning energy boost. Here's the more profound advantage. There is more to creatine than just increased energy. It assists you in completing the one action that genuinely reverses sarcopenia, resistance training. Because your body needs a reason to rebuild muscle, that rationale feels conceivable when you take creatine. 2. The construction team. Magnesium plus vitamin K, 2, plus collagen peptides. Energy is insufficient. Materials are also necessary. Peptides of collagen. The most prevalent protein in your body is collagen. It provides support for joints, ligaments, muscles, tendons, and even bones. Collagen production decreases with age. As a result, tissues feel less elastic, joints feel stiffer, and recuperation takes longer. When paired with resistance training, collagen peptides, hydrolyzed collagen, have been demonstrated to support modest but significant gains in strength and body composition, particularly in sarcopenic older individuals. PMC plus 2, Frontiers plus 2. Translation, they are not a substitute for actual protein, however they help your muscle system's scaffolding. The mineral magnesium. One of the quiet essentials is magnesium. Muscle contraction, energy production, and nerve communication are just a few of the hundreds of enzymatic reactions in which it is involved. Fatigue and impaired muscle function are associated with low magnesium, and older persons are more likely to suffer from a deficiency. MDPI plus 1. To be honest, though, hardly everyone can consistently stop cramps with magnesium tablets. There is conflicting evidence, PMC plus 1. However, maintaining sufficient magnesium is essential to the machine's proper operation. K2 vitamin. This is what a lot of folks overlook. On weak bones, you cannot develop strong muscle. Vitamin K2 supports the bone vascular balance by activating proteins that direct calcium into bones and away from arteries. PMC plus 2, MDPI plus 2. Although the data for long-term effects is still being gathered, it makes biological sense. Solid foundations are important. Thus, rather than merely strengthening the muscle fibers, your building crew strengthens the entire support system. 3. The supervisors of Start Building Now. Vitamin D plus leucine-rich EAAs. Building won't start unless your body receives the proper signal, even with energy and resources. Anabolic resistance is the term used to describe the necessity for a stronger trigger to initiate muscle protein synthesis in aged muscle. Leucine and essential amino acids, EAAS. Leucine is similar to the key that activates the mTOR pathway, which is responsible for growing muscle. In older individuals, leucine-enriched EAAs can improve the anabolic response, particularly during resistance training. PubMed plus 2, Clinical Nutrition Journal plus 2. To put it simply, leucine and EAAs are your construction foremen. Your body is informed, we have supplies, we possess energy. Begin construction. Vitamin D bone health is not the only benefit of vitamin D. Vitamin D insufficiency is linked to decreased muscular strength and an increased risk of sarcopenia because muscle cells have vitamin D receptors. When levels are low, supplements are most helpful. Dovepress.com plus 2, PMC plus 2. However, significant public health assessments indicate that vitamin D by itself isn't a panacea for falls in all individuals. Strength training is the key to its true effectiveness. Very well health plus one. Thus, vitamin D manages the site like your project manager. 4. Glutamine, the night guard. Do you recall the demolition crew now? It is still in existence. During times of stress, illness, or recuperation, your body uses glutamine, an amino acid, extensively. In certain trials, glutamine improved recovery and strength indicators in older persons who exercised. MDPI plus 1. Is it the key to combating sarcopenia? No. However, if you're training, it might act as a helpful night guard to protect what you've built. The most vital fact: supplements don't help you gain muscle, friends. Let me state this clearly. The world's smartest coffee is yours to sip. However, your muscles won't grow if you don't give them any motivation to do so. The true trigger is resistance training. Even basic versions. From a chair, sit to stand light dumbbells, bands of resistance, push-ups against walls, soft squats with a table in hand. One of the most effective and proven methods for reducing the risk of frailty and delaying or reversing sarcopenia is strength training. Preventive plus 2 plus 2. Frontiers training is more efficient and easy with your coffee stack. However, the initial spark that ignites the fire is the training. How this appearance is in real life. Consider this flow. You awaken. Your improved coffee is enjoyable. You experience that battery boost right away. Rather than taking a seat again, you do. 8 to 10 chair stands, a quick stroll, 2 to 3 basic resistance techniques. The first week is challenging. The second week is easier. The fourth week, it's easy to climb stairs. You feel more confident in your posture. You are fearless when carrying groceries. Not enchantment, physiology. The mentality aspect. Yes, it does matter. A weak narrative in your mind prevents you from developing a powerful physique. If the phrase, "I'm old now," keeps coming to mind, "I'm meant to be weak," that's the screenplay your body will follow. However, you're telling yourself something different when you begin your morning routine. I put money into strength. Vitality is what I deserve. I'm still in command. That kind of thinking encourages consistency. Transformation is fueled by consistency. A safety note. All of the topics we covered have been thoroughly researched in older individuals. However, never forget to remind your audience. They should speak with their doctor before taking supplements if they have serious heart problems, liver illness, kidney disease, or are on anticoagulants. The foundation is protein from food plus exercise. Supplements are a voluntary form of assistance. Finishing. Here is the main point, my dear friends. Your body is still capable of rebuilding at any age. Your identity is not sarcopenia. It's a process, and processes are modifiable. A coffee cup could appear little. When used properly, however, it turns into a daily act of defense. What is the first thing you plan to do this week then? Let me know in the comments. Do chairs stand up? A quick stroll? Increasing the protein in your breakfast? Put it in writing, because it becomes genuine when you speak it aloud. Don't be one of the 90% who remain silent, please. Turn on the bell, subscribe, and become a member of our family. My name is Dr. Liam, and my goal is to help you live your life to the fullest, not just the years you have left. I'll see you in the upcoming video.